Hey guys, my name's Joe, and today I'll be sharing 5 important things that I think you should know if you're considering summer camp. Before I get into that though, I'll just tell you a little bit about how I got into camp. So back in 2012, I was a university student and I had planned to take a year out after my second year to work in the industry that I was studying to go into. Unfortunately, my placement fell through and it was too late for me to just start my last year of university. So I had a whole year free that I didn't know what to do with, so I was kind of stuck. And it got to March, April time, and I was trying to look for a summer job and came across the website of an agency called Wildpacks. I really had no idea what it was. I just knew that I'd be working in America with kids, doing sports or music or whatever, all sorts of cool stuff. I then filled in an online form on their website. They called me the next morning and the rest, they say, is boring or history. But starting out, I had no idea what the process was like being placed at a summer camp or getting a visa. So I thought I'd make this video for anyone who's considering summer camp or has decided to go to summer camp and has no idea, like me, what the hell to do. So let's get started. Now, the first important thing that I cannot stress enough, especially if it's your first year, go through an agency. Yes, it is expensive, but the cost is far outweighed by the benefits that an agency will bring you. The agency fee includes finding and placing you at a camp, making sure all your visa paperwork is ready and good to go for your embassy appointment, also booking your embassy appointment, and other things like making sure you have medical cover, and most agencies will probably sort out your CRB check as well. For a first year counsellor, these things can get pretty overwhelming, so having an agency at your disposal is invaluable and really vital in getting you to a summer camp. And once your agency has matched you with a camp, you will have a Skype interview with either the owner or a director of that camp. Don't be nervous or dress up in a 3-piece suit and tie. It's pretty informal, and all they're really looking for is to make sure that you're fit for the role and their camp as a whole. So just be yourself, be confident, and ask questions if you have any. That may then lead to a follow-up Skype interview, or you may be accepted pretty soon after that. It really depends on the job role you're going for and how much they think they know you after the first Skype interview. If you have heard from your friend about summer camp and you want to go with them, they can refer you directly to their camp director, and then you'll go through the interview stages with them directly. And then once you've been accepted at that camp, you will then go through the visa process with an agency, and it will cost you a little bit less because the agency don't have to find and place you at a camp. Now, you don't often hear this advice, especially from agencies, but if you have a specific idea of the type of camp that you want to be at, or the type of kids that you want to work with, do your homework. There's tons of different camps out there, sports camps, art camps, disability camps, so you can really find a camp that suits you. Now, if you've done your research and you've found a camp that you like, you can contact them directly, and also it will look great to the camp if you write to them and tell them how passionate you are about working for them. Here's a little tip, and it may seem a little bit strange, but if you and your friends are considering summer camp and none of you have done it before, and you're thinking, we'll all go to a summer camp together and have a great summer, and that's fine, and camps for the most part will love that, because hiring friends means that you're less likely to quit if times get a little bit tough. But maybe consider going to separate camps. It may seem like jumping in at the deep end, but this is really what the essence of camp is about and what it can give you. After camp is over, you can meet up with your friends and go traveling, along with all the other amazing friends that you've made at camp. The third important thing, which is really the most important thing, is your visa. The type of visa that you'll need is called a J1, and this is an exchange work visa that will allow you to work in America as a camp counselor for summer. It also allows you to travel for 30 days either side of your contracted time at camp. And obviously most people travel afterwards when they've made loads of new friends at camp to travel with. The process to get your J1 can seem like a bit of a mountain to climb when you start out, which is precisely the reason why an agency can be so helpful. Your agency will be there to help you with anything that you get stuck on or are confused about, but just be aware that it will take a little bit of work and it's something that you do need to do. After all your paperwork is sorted, your agency will then book your embassy appointment. This is where you'll go to London or Belfast to the US Embassy and take all your neat little folder of paperwork to a representative there who will check it over, ask you some simple questions, take your fingerprints, and hopefully at the end of it grant you your visa. They will take your passport and your forms and you'll get it mailed back to you in the post with your visa inside about a week later. Now at this point you'll be thinking about how you're physically going to get to camp, and most agencies will recommend that you don't start looking or booking your travel until you have your visa in your hand. This is why it helps to get your paperwork done as quickly and as early in the year as you can, because that's when flights will be cheapest. Now, whether you're like me and you want to find a direct flight at the best price you can, or you don't mind spending 29 hours on 5 different aeroplanes and a day and a half riding a donkey to get that really good price of 65 quid. The most important thing to remember is definitely don't travel alone. And I guarantee you, you won't have to. Once you get hired at a camp, you'll most likely be invited to like a Facebook group of all the staff that they've hired for that summer. Through that, a lot of people will post their travel plans and ask for people to join them, and you can do the same. The travel element also goes beyond just flights. Once you get to the other side, you'll have to maybe travel into the city and get on a bus and travel on a bus for 4 hours until you get to the place where someone from camp is picking you up, and then you'll have to drive with them to camp. It is a long journey. It's so much better when you're with people, especially if you go wrong. It's actually quite a good icebreaker, and you've made friends before you've even got to camp. A lot of agencies differ when it comes to travel arrangements. Some just let you do your own thing, pay for your own flights, pay for your own bus, whatever you need to do. Alternatively, some agencies do put on their own travel. They will book your flight for you, and they'll also book your travel on the other side as well. And that way, you know, they can batch everyone together on the same flight, maybe get you a cheaper price, and you'll be traveling with a lot of other people from your camp. And then once you get the other side, there's a bus that they've put on that you just get on and it goes straight to your camp. These are the things you need to look for when you're signing up to an agency and what they will give you. Do be aware though that agencies aren't just going to do this out of the kindness of their heart. They're probably going to charge you more for it. Some agencies even take a cut of your paycheck at the end of summer. So read the fine print, make sure you know what you're getting into and what your agency is doing for you. The final thing I want to talk about, and it's probably on your mind after hearing me talk about agencies and visas and flights and all that kind of stuff, is how much is this going to cost? Well, it's expensive, particularly if it's your first year and you may be thinking all this money you're paying out isn't going to be worth it, or all the money that you get back at the end of camp is just going to go straight to paying your parents back anyway, so what's the point? And to that I would say this: if you're looking to make money over summer, then camp isn't for you. The money you will earn will cover your costs of getting out there, plus maybe a little bit for traveling afterwards, but that's really it. No one goes to camp and continues to return year after year because of the money we make. We go back because it's our second home and we bloody love it. If you're looking for a unique, intense, amazing experience where you'll get to meet awesome people from all over the world who will become your closest friends in a matter of days, and have a hilarious bunch of kids that look up to you like you're some kind of superhero, then camp is definitely where you need to be. Well guys, that's it for this video. I hope I've made the process of getting to camp a little bit clearer for you. If you're still considering summer camp, I urge you to just go for it. And if you're already signed up, you're in for the best summer of your life. If you have any questions at all, leave them in the comments down below and I will do my very best to answer them for you. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.